Hello guys, my name is Gaurav Yadav. Welcome to Ask IT. Right? So today we're going to discuss an important topic for your seventh standard, that is algebraic expression. Right, guys? This topic you will study the same topic in your eighth standard. You study the same topic in your ninth standard, right? So just without wasting our time, we'll start. Let me share my screen, guys. Yeah, okay. Yeah, guys. So algebraic expression, right? Algebraic expression. So let me tell you what is algebraic, and what is expression. Right? These both are the words we are going to discuss in the chapter. What is algebraic? What is expression? Algebraic is something like your addition, subtraction, multiplication involves, right? The algebraic basically means which involve algebraic operations. Algebraic operations are your addition, your subtraction, right? Your addition, your subtraction, your multiplication, your division. It's just basically your algebraic operation. What is expression? We will now study, right? So, okay, topics to be covered. We'll cover topics. Difference between expression and equation. Okay, there must be a difference between expression and operation. Suppose this, I will say like your 3x plus 4 is equal to 0. What is this? Is an equation. We'll study later on. Just I'm giving example. What is expression? What is equation? Right? This is an equation. But if I write 4x plus 9, this is only just an algebraic expression, not an equation. Okay. We study later on what is the difference between them. Then we study how the expressions are formed. If you have right expression, now these are formed. Then terms of an expression. How many terms are there in an expression? Right? Then we study about coefficients of terms. Coefficients of terms. Basically, in today's lecture, we want to study about terminology of algebraic expression, how algebraic expression are formed, what is the difference between your algebraic expression and your equation, right? What is coefficient, what is variables. We'll basically study the terminology. So yeah, difference between expression and equation. First read out the line. An expression is a number. An expression can be a number, a variable, or combination of number and variable and operation symbols, right? So basically, your expression is suppose a number, right? A number and variable and combination or can be combination of both number and variable and operation symbols, right? Like plus is there. Then like suppose this is 9, right? Otherwise you will be confused by 3x there. Right? So 3x plus 9 is your expression. I think that the point is clear, right? Okay. Also 4xy can also be there. It is a combination of your number, your variable, right? Okay, what is variable and what is constant? Variable is something which changes, right? Variable is something which changes, and constant is something which do not change. Constant is something which do not change. So basically, we suppose some constant, right? Generally, we suppose constants like our x, y, z are a, b, c. These all are variables, right? Variables which can be take any value, right? And what is constant? Constant are our numerical numbers like a 3, 5, -7, -8, right? All these are constant. I think the point is clear to you, right? Yeah. I think the point is clear to you guys. Okay. What is then if expression? Okay. So 4x plus 5. It is an expression. Why? Because it is a combination of variables, constants, and combination of both other, right? 4x, your 5 is your constant. Here your x is your variable, and your 4 is your coefficient of x. Basically, your 4 is your coefficient of x, a numerical number with the variable. It's just your coefficient, right? So 4x plus 5, 4x plus 5 here is your algebraic expression. What if I make an equal sign? If an equal sign is there, suppose equal to your 0, or you can say yeah, equal to 0, right? So now this is an equation. Now this is your equation. So I think you got the point. The difference between the algebraic expression and equation. That an algebraic equation having an equal sign will become your equation, right? Because your equation, when you uh, divide the words, right? The combinations of your word equate means equal, right? You got the value equal, right? So it is basically equal sign. And algebraic expression having an equal sign will become an equation, right? So now try to understand this diagram, right? Try to understand this diagram, the different Venn diagram, basically difference between your expression and equation, and what are common in these equation and expression, right? So equation sign must let me study in equation. I'm just giving two examples here, right? To better understand the diagram. First, we'll write expression. Expression will write 3x plus 7. Right? Equation will write the same. Write the same. 3x plus 7 is equal to 0. First, we'll study that what is the common between these two terms, right? Yeah. So in equation, equal sign must involve for variables only, right? Equals, like the variable whose value is not defined, we have to assume it, right? Sorry, not to assume it. We'll calculate the value of your variable. You got that? I think you got the difference between your variable and your variable. So in equation, first we'll study that what is the common between them. Both has operation and variables has numbers. Both is operations, right? And variables and numbers, like yeah, plus is there, right? So basically both has operation, both has number, both has variables, both has constants, right? But equation has one more thing, equal sign. It is the only thing which makes a difference between your algebraic expression and your equation. Must solve for variables on, okay. So you can find out the very you can find out the value of your variable in equation, but could not find out the value of your variable in expression. Here you can easily say that in equation your 3x will be equal to of minus of 7. Your plus 7 will go to your right hand side and become minus 7. And x will be equal to minus 7 upon 3. Only and only if equation is there, you can solve it for your variable. Otherwise, for expression, it is just an expression, right? You cannot solve it. No equal sign, got the point? Cannot solve unless given variable. Evaluate, right? I think the point is clear to you that equation and expression are both the same thing, but equation has your equal sign, and that equation can be solved for the to find the value of your variable. Okay, so how are expression formed, right? Algebraic expression, how are algebraic expression formed? First point, it is a group of terms separated by plus or minus term. It is basically a group of terms separated by plus or minus term. Minus sign. It is an expression consisting of one or more number and variable along with one or more arithmetic operation. It is basically okay. An algebraic expression separated by a plus or minus sign. It is basically a group of terms. Algebraic expression. So, a group of terms separated by we have already understood the algebraic expression. Like if we take an example, any example you can take, right? Suppose your 5x minus 7, right? 4x, right? Your 3x plus 2, right? 3xy plus 9. All are algebraic expression, right? Algebraic expression is just basically your combination of your variable and your constant and algebraic operation between them. Plus or minus sign can be there. One or more number, okay. It may be a constant, right? Okay. Your 3 can be your algebraic expression. Only 3 also can be your algebraic expression, right? X is your algebraic expression. Only x. So x, y, z. These all z plus 2. You can write anything having your constant and your variable and some operation between them. So basically, it is a combination of three terms, right? Three things: your variable, your constant, and algebraic operation. Algebraic operation between them. Between them. Algebraic operation is basically your plus, minus, right? Multiply, divide. You have okay. So this is basically your algebraic operation. This is just basically your combination of all these things. Variable, constant, and algebraic operation between them. You will got the algebraic expression. I think you have all got the point. That contains one or more. Okay, it is an expression that contains one or more variable. More variable can be there. Like we have took an example of your 3xy plus 9. Here variables are 2, your x and y, right? So it is also an algebraic expression. B is the terms. Will now study the terms of an expression, right? Uh, okay. So each expression is made up of terms. A term can be assigned a number, a variable, or a constant multiplied by a variable or variables. right? So basically, a term can be your like if I write the equation uh, 4x plus 5. So basically, a term can be a sign. There are only two terms, right? Only two terms are there. Your 4x and your 5. If you further split out what is 4, what is x, and you 4 is your coefficient of x. What is x? X is your variable. What is 5? 5 is your constant. I think you've got the point. Then the term is okay. The term are separated by a plus or minus 10, and you can also count the how many terms are there. 4x plus 5. You got the two terms are there, right? Suppose that equation or your expression is given like this: 7x square minus 5y plus 4. This is an algebraic expression. So you need to find out how many terms are there. So terms are basically here are three. Your 7x square, your 5y, and your 4. Basically count the term separated by your plus and minus, right? So you will got that how many terms are there. This question is given at 5x plus 7 is equal to under root of 2. If okay, so if 5x okay, so this equation is basically made up of two expression. One is 5x plus 7 equal to under root 2 is your expression. It can also be expression, right? So basically an equation, why? Because an equal sign is there. An equal sign is there. So what is root 2? Root 2 is just basically a constant. X is also a constant. 5x is a term which is made up of your constant and your variables, right? 5 is your coefficient of your x and x is your variable. We'll now study the coefficients of your terms like earlier your 5x where your 5 is not your constant but your coefficients of x. Okay. So a coefficient is the numerical factor of a term. Numerical factor. What is the point? Numerical factor of a term containing constants and variables. In the term 5ab, in the term 5ab, 5 is the coefficient. Minus 5 is the coefficient of the term. If a term is given, right? Let's suppose term is there. 3xy minus 7y square. And a term equation is there or algebraic expression is there. Then your 3 is basically 3 is a numerical factor, right? Containing your constants and variables, right? In minus 7 is your numerical factor. So your 3 will be here. Your 3 is your coefficients of xy. Your minus 7 is your coefficients of y square. I think you got the point. Your coefficients is basically the numerical number with your uh, with your variable, right? Here our variable is xy, right? So what is the numerical number between them? X. In case of y square, numerical number is minus 7. What if nothing is given? For example, x plus 3. So here basically 3 is your constant because it does not contain any variable, right? They are okay. They are only basically two terms, x and 3. So 3 is basically your constant. Constant. Your x is your variable. What is numerical number with your variable? Nothing. So in case your variable is variable, numerical number is not there. So here basically your coefficient of x is basically will take out as 1. right? No numerical factor in a term is its coefficient is taken as plus one. A quotient is given, sorry, an expression or equation is given, right? 3ab minus 5a is equal to 3ab minus 5a. Both expressions are there, right? Okay, let me correct. So basically, an expression is there. 3ab minus 5a. So first we'll tell you how many terms are there. Two terms are there. Two terms are there. Term 1 and term 2. Term 1 and term 2. Right? Okay. So your 3ab is a term which has a variable a and variable b, right? And coefficients of ab is your 3. Got the point? This has basically factors, right? If you term 1, if this is your term 1 and this is your term 2. So term 1, if you factorize term 1, 3ab, it is basically made up of factorization will be of 3 into a into b. So basically there are three factors. In case of minus 5a, right? Your second term minus 5a. This is basically minus 5 into a, right? Two factors are there. I think you have all got the point what is coefficient of a term. Okay, so how many terms are there in the expression 5x y square? How many terms are there? It has not asked about the factor, it has just asked about how many terms are there. So yeah, only one term is there for the point. Okay, we'll make so answer is one, but we'll make an example by your own of each your terms, right? So if one term is there, then can do several examples, right? Your 4x, 3z, right? Minus 5y, right? 3xy, 9, right? It is basically an expression of your one term, single term. If 2 is there, if two terms are there, suppose your 2x plus 3. Why? Because your algebraic expression separate out the terms. The two terms are there, 2x and your 3, right? Suppose 5x square minus 7, two terms are there, 3z plus 9, two terms are there, 5 terms. In case of 5 terms, suppose like 5x square minus 3x, 3y plus 4x, right? Plus 9z minus 7. How many terms are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One term is 5x square, then minus 3y, then 4x, then 9z, then minus 7. So 5 terms are there. Okay, you 3 terms. Just 3 terms counted for you 3. Suppose you 3x plus y plus z. It is basically an algebraic expression having 3 terms 3x, y, and z. I think you all have got the point, right? So the like terms of the following. Okay, let me tell you what are like terms and what are unlike terms. Like terms. Like terms is basically having your variable same and it remote variable same. Variable same. Do not depend on coefficients of variable. Okay, so like terms are basically having the variable same. Suppose two terms are there, 3x and 7x. So here what is same? What is same between those two terms? X is same. X is basically a variable. Variable is same, but your coefficients are not same. It means these are like terms. These are like terms, right? What is unlike terms? Like terms which are not the same, right? I think got the point. Like terms is which are not the same. What is not same? Variable is not same. So variable is different. Not same means different. Yeah, these are also not depend on your coefficients, right? So basically, unlike terms, suppose 7y or 5x, these are totally unlike terms. Why? Because of your variables. First of all, it do not depend on your coefficients. These only depends on your variable. If unlike terms is there, then variable is different. If like terms is there, variable is same. So 7y and 5x both are unlike terms. Why? Because your coefficient here is x, y, and here coefficient is your x. I think you have got the point. Why we have distributed just classified as like terms and unlike terms, because while addition, while subtraction, while multiplication of your algebraic expression, like if we have to write 3x minus 7y plus 5x, right? If I have to ask you what is the how many terms are there in this algebraic expression, will you say that three terms are there? I will say that only two terms are there, because we can further simplify this algebraic expression. 5x and 3x. 5x and 3x will add and become your 5 plus 3 8x minus 7y. So only two terms are there. Okay. Why we have add? Because these are like terms. In case of like terms, this addition, subtraction, multiplication can be done. But unlike terms, we cannot add them. We cannot subtract them. Your 8x and minus 7y cannot become your 1. I think you got the point. In case of unlike terms, we cannot do your algebraic operations between them. We cannot further solve. Okay, if like terms, in case of like terms, suppose you 5 5x minus 3x plus 2y. Suppose this expression is known, so you can further simplify it. 5x minus 3x will become 2x plus 2y. So 2 and 2 will become 4. It will not be a possible. Why? Because now 2x and 2y are both what? Unlike terms. You cannot add them. You cannot add them. You can add, subtract, multiply your like terms. I think now you got the point. So the like terms of the following, we will now move to the question. The like terms of the following are x and 3x. This is like or unlike. I think this is like. Why? Because your x is same. What is x? X is your variable. Your variables is same, and it do not depend on what your coefficient get, right? So I think the point is clear, right? Okay, go through all the points, right? Go through all the points. Your x and 2y, your 3x and 2y. Go through the points, guys. Go to the point why these are not like terms, right? Your x and 2y, your x and 2y, your y, x and y both are variables and different variables. So it means these are unlike terms. Here your variable is your y, here your variable is your xy, both are different. X and your XY. Both are different. So these are unlike terms. Here is your X and Y variable. It do not depend on the coefficient, whatever the coefficients of your variable do not depend. So X and Y both are different variables, so unlike terms. Here also your X and Y. So your unlike terms. I think you got the question right. Okay, so here variable is x in first term and also variable x in second term. So yes, it is in like terms. I think the point is clear. Do not depend on your coefficient. So like terms are the following. The same question. Okay, let me just write right here. Your coefficients are x square and second term also x square. Yes, it is right because your 2x square and your 9x square coefficient of variable can be different. Can be different. So y square here the coefficient is y square and another coefficient sorry your term your variable is y square and in second term your variable is your xy. So both are different. It means these are not like here is your first term xy and your a square. We are just starting variable. Right? So these are not same. Y square and x square these are not same. These are all unlike terms. Unlike terms. Unlike terms. Why? Unlike terms means variable different, right? So the answer of this question will be your first. So yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for your time. I think we have all got the point. Let me just summarize you fast, right? Like what we have learned today. So basically, we have understood what is your expression, how this is formed, and the terminology for your expression, right? So, but I write an equation, right? Suppose I write the equation 5x plus 3y minus 9, right? So these algebraic expression is made up of three terms, right? Term one, term two, term three. Can it be further simplified? No. So this is basically having your term three, right? Your 5x, where you 5 is your coefficient of your x, 3y, where your 3 is the coefficient of your y variable, and your minus 9 is basically your constants. Okay. Okay. So if I write only suppose your 5x plus 3y minus 9 is equal to 0, it means it is now an equation. Why? Because an equal sign is there, hence it become an equation. The remaining things are same. Okay, right? If I now talk about your like terms and like terms, and okay, in case of equation, we can find out the value of your variable, but algebraic equation we cannot find. Like terms and unlike terms. Like terms. Like terms are basically same coefficient, same variable. 3x, 7x, having same variable. Okay. And another example, 5x, y minus 9xy. So basically, your variable, your xy variables are same, and these are like terms. If your variables are different, these are like terms. I think we have all got the point. The difference between algebraic expression, equation, like terms, unlike terms, how these are formed, the number of terms, right? Coefficients, variable. So yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for your time. I think the point is clear, right? We'll study our next in your next chapter. Okay. Thank you guys. Thanks a lot.